Hello my loves, in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet using just your fingers. You absolutely loved my last video on how to finger crochet, but that was with a very bulky yarn, and a lot of comments have said that you would like to learn to finger crochet with a kind of a more normal weight yarn. So in this video I'm going to teach you how to finger crochet using this medium weight yarn. Let's get into it. Right, so I'm using a medium weight yarn here. And the first thing I'm going to do is make a slip knot. So this, if we think of this as the tail end of the yarn, little tail, and this is like the working yarn. So this is attached to the skein. And what you want to do is lay the tail down and then lay on top of that, make a loop with this working yarn on top. And then what we want to do is we want to take this working yarn and put it through this loop. I'm going to pick it up so you can easily see it. All right, so we want to take this, put it through the back of here. So once I do that, something that looks like this, and then you can just take your working yarn, your tail, and keep hold of this and pull. And there you have a slip knot. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make a chain. Just using our fingers. So usually you'd put a hook in here, but I'm going to use my finger just to kind of, I'm going to pull on the working yarn, pull, 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 pull until you have a little bit of a smaller knot. The aim of this now with making your chain is you want to take this working yarn and do that, pretty much do that again. So you want to make another loop but coming through here. So it's coming out of here at the moment, that's kind of adjustable. And now you want to take this part and push this through this one. Okay, so let's try it together. There we go, see? And then just pull that through, like that. So that's the start of your chain. Now you want to do that again. And when I'm teaching people, I say chain about 10. We're still going to kind of hold our yarn as I would with the hook. So what I normally do is lay the yarn across these 3 fingers, hold it, kind of push it up with this finger, lay it just as you see here. And then I'm still going to hold my project with my middle finger and my thumb, and that just keeps everything together. Now what I'm going to do is use my other fingers to push this working yarn through again, through this loop again. And it can be a bit fiddly. There we go, done that again. And if it looks a little bit messy, don't worry. This is just the starting chain. As long as you're taking this working yarn and putting it through then that's absolutely fine. Doesn't have to look perfect. So carry on like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a chain of 5 here, and I'm going to do 10. Now I do have another video of me doing this with thick yarn, which is actually easier, but if you only have thin yarn, or if you only want to make a project with thin yarn, then you're in the right place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, 10. Now what we want to do, we're going to keep hold of this, and we're going to make our first row. And to do this, we want to take our working yarn, and we want to, instead of putting it through the back of this one, we want to put it through the back of the second chain from where you are. So this is chain 1, and this is the second chain, and this is the one we're going to work into. So I'm going to keep this out like this, and then we want to take this working yarn and put it through the back of this chain here. So take that we're going to, with our fingers, push it through the back of this chain here and up. So now you have this loop coming through, and then you have your chain stitch here. So you'd usually have your hook, which will be like, have these two on it here. So I'm going to use my fingers to hold these two loops into place. Okay, you want to hold these two loops together. And then the first stitch, or the first single crochet stitch, is just going to be taking this working yarn, and you're going to put it through these two loops. You have these little ears coming out, and you're just going to take your yarn and push it through both of those loops. So that's your first single crochet, and now you should have one loop out. And now what you want to do is just carry on doing that all the way along. Now if you see, we've just gone into this stitch, okay, so it's not this one we're going to go into, we're going to go into the next one. Now keep hold of this, you can even put your finger through it if you want, and we're going to go into this next one, or into, what I mean is we're going to put the yarn through the back of this next stitch. So I'm going to take it, can be a bit fiddly, so don't worry if you don't get it at first, pop it through the back, enough to pull up a loop. In fact, I think that's a bit too big, there we go. We'll leave that out like that, but we're not going to put our finger through it. Okay, so we're just going to pop this yarn through the back of that next stitch. So you have your ears again. You're going to put them together, and then we're going to take the yarn and put it through those two stitches. Carrying this on all the way along, and then I can show you how to turn. So keep that one out, pop this through and up, put these together, and that is going to go through both of those. And if you feel like giving up, you can always start again. Okay, last one. Last one. There we go. And pull that through. That's it. Ooh. There we go, so we've done our first row of crochet with no hook in sight. Now all we've got to do now to make the next row is put your yarn through and just make a chain of one. This is your turning chain. Then you're going to turn. On the top of this, you're going to have all of your stitches. And for this next stitch, you want to go into that second chain from the hook again. So we've got one here, which is the turning chain, and then we've got this one. So you want to go under here. So this working yarn is going to go underneath this V here, through this hole. Take this, put it through here. So it's going to go under like this. And then it's the same thing, you've got the two loops here, and you want to pop this through those two loops. There you go. So that's the start of your second row, and you can carry it on. Just underneath there is the space. Don't worry if your stitches get a bit twisted at this stage. It'll all come out in the wash, don't worry. Literally, it will. So you want that to just go through the front of that stitch. We're nearly at the end of row 2. So you can carry on doing this for as long as you like. You have officially single crocheted without using your hook. There you go. Fantastic. So that is 2 rows and a chain of single crochet, no hook at all. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up. I would love that. Comment below on what you want to see next. And also, I do have another video on how to do this with a thicker yarn. And yeah, I'll see you in that video.